Hey, welcome to Alchemy Now. We're hanging out. This is Deuce 1 and Deuce 2. It's kind of like doing number 1 and number 2. So, TP wants to know about, or she brought up, relationship stuff. And relationship, we're not just talking food, cars, work, money, jobs. She was specifically talking about romantic.
Committed relationships.
Committed, because we're all committed. And cheating, so go ahead.
So my question was, with this perspective,
What perspective?
given through A Course in Miracles, could we be happy in a relationship that started as a monogamous relationship, was intended to be a monogamous relationship, and now your partner has cheated on you? Can you have the same joy, the same peace in that relationship by changing your thinking about it? Or could you have the same peace and joy in a relationship with someone on death row as opposed to someone who is deep into the practices of a Course in Miracles? Is it really our mind that's transforming things that drastically?
So what do you think? Do you believe it's your mind?
I am on page 185,
I know.
I don't believe that I could be. I don't believe I could have the same value. I could value.
So you still think the world is responsible for how you're feeling?
I think if I was dating someone on death row, I'm not going to have as many positive experiences as if I were dating the guy down the street, where we can go out for dinner and go to the beach and not have to have like
conjugal
separation.
Visits.
Yeah, all the time. I think I'd be happier with the guy down the street. I think I'd be happier with the guy who hasn't cheated on me.
Okay.
I think that's kind of a no-brainer, and if this book can make me happy no matter who I'm with, obviously that's incredible, because that means I'm always happy no matter what. It's just very, very hard for me to see that it's possible.
So what do you want? The relationship?
Or peace.
Or peace.
So I would leave the relationship and get my peace. That would be my answer.
Or you could stay in the relationship and get your peace. Because normally we try and change the outside circumstances in order to be at peace. We leave the cold weather, we go inside where it's warm. We leave the abuser and move to another place so they can't hit us. Whatever it is. Normally we change the environment.
Yeah.
Yet, when you change the environment, a strange thing happens. You're still there. You bring you with you. Like, have you ever noticed whatever perceived issue is happening in one relationship, when you get out of it, it happens in the next one, and then in the next one, and then in the next one? Because we haven't healed it. The thought of whatever it is.
Actually, I haven't noticed that.
Okay.
I feel like my relationships have had different challenges depending on the person I'm with.
Ooh, because we think they're different, but they're all the same. Because we think cheating is different than staying at the office and working all the time. But it's the same thing, because we're not at peace. Normally we think in a relationship, the other person that we're in the relationship with is responsible for our happiness. Basically, we get in a relationship and go, hey, you're in charge of my happiness.
So with this in mind, how do you establish boundaries? When do you say, this is not acceptable?
When you
give it to God and you get the answer.
And go to sleep.
Give it to God and go to sleep.
Wisdom from TP. Yeah, so you ask.
So if someone cheated on me, I'd just be like, God, yep, he just said you gotta leave. That's exactly what he said.
That's what I heard. Didn't you hear that? I heard that. Somebody heard that.
I would have definitely heard that.
So that's what it is. You no longer rely on your past learning as the means to guide you forward in the relationship, because you're going to repeat the same patterns that you had before, because you're just using your past learning. Now, if you invite in truth and ask, hey, all right, so my partner, who I thought we were in a relationship with monogamously cheated on me. What do you want me to do in this scenario? Because right now I'm really pissed and angry and I don't want to talk to them. So then you say, oh, you know what? I love you so much. I like you so much. I can't talk to you right now. I have to leave. Because right now all I'm going to do is blow up you and bitch at you. And guess what that's going to do? Create further separation. And really, if I really like you, love you, whatever adjective you want to use, I want to maintain the relationship. And obviously not the way it is right now because I don't feel good. And probably there's a part of you that doesn't feel good. Or vice versa. Whoever did the cheating probably feels a little guilty of it. So I wouldn't rely on the past. And I wouldn't go to the past as a frame of reference. I would go, hey, I haven't a fucking clue how to make this work. I don't have a fucking clue how to have a healthy relationship with her. She seems really cool. I really like her, but if I keep going, eventually she's going to walk the other way, and she's got a great ass, but I don't want to watch her walk away. I want to watch her be here. So I'm going to rely on what you can't see, smell, taste, touch, and hear, so to speak. I'm going to rely on Spirit, God, the Holy Spirit, my higher self, whatever, to guide me. Because the other way of doing it sucks. You always end up leaving. It may not be you, but it's always you. So I'm going to ask for help. And I'm not going to ask the world, because the world can't help me. I know, like, the information we're sharing now is not me. This is stuff from that book and the other book and the other book, and you've seen the progression in healing, the level of joy in your life, the happiness, and it's not conditional anymore. It's not about her being a certain way.
So we'll have to update this video 6 months from now after I've dove deeper into this book and see what my thoughts are on this.
All right.
Because right now, this is really hard for me to conceive.
So stay tuned. Maybe in 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 minutes, 6 hours. Who knows?
Give me the holy instant. I would love that.
6 eons. We'll come back and maybe do this again, and who knows what is going to fucking happen. Because there's no future anyways, but whatever. We already knew what happened, but that's fine. So, because she's practicing the shit out of this book. She just thinks she isn't because she thinks she's only read a minuscule amount in it. So, the little part of herself seems to be the one that's talking, saying, I'm doubting. When in truth, she knows it. She's got it. She knows. And she's she's telling.
This is correct. I can see how someone who practices this can be just as loving, in love, peaceful with someone who is cheating, even if the relationship was intended to be monogamous. I can see that.
Cool.
I don't want to. I don't want to admit it.
Look at that.
I don't.
That was less than 60 seconds.
But I can see it.
Not even a coincidence.
My fear tells me I don't want to accept it. I don't want it for myself. Which probably means that it'll come to me because it's maybe something I need to heal, right?
Oh, look at her.
So let's just bypass all that shit and say that I've just been healed here.
So if anybody has any good drugs where she can just go completely unconscious for a period of time, that's really what she's asking. She just doesn't want to know any of the shit that she already knows is going to happen.
Oh,
but the funny thing is, it's not going to happen. That's just the fearful mind fucking with her. Because if she really wants a relationship that is wholly loving, that's what she's going to get. Why? Because we see and experience what is within our mind. So the fear of the, oh my gosh, the cheating and everything is coming up to heal it. It's coming to the surface to be dispelled. Because
you saw it here.
Yes, you saw it here.
In St. Petersburg.
Yeah, we're here. So it's done. Look at that. That didn't take, I mean, we're only 9 minutes into this, and she probably asked this 8.5 minutes ago, or whatever.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty awesome.
It's the willingness to want to see it differently. It's the willingness to have a different experience. It's a willingness to admit, I don't fucking know anything. I need help. I need help. Rather than, of course I know how to have a great relationship. Well, how many have you had? Like 3,000?
Mm-hmm.
You've had 3,000.
At least.
Wow. Well, but they're all over.
They're all over.
So how do you constitute that as? Now, if you left and you were at peace and they're at peace, that's a difference.
I do feel so peaceful for having left every single one of those relationships.
That's awesome.
I really do. I'm not sure what that says about me, but
That's good because we know we are continually expanding and progressing because our mind is all expansive and all inclusive. When we have limiting thoughts, it constricts it. So the more we heal our mind and remove that block, the freer it becomes, the more expansive it becomes. So that stuff falls away. It doesn't mean it was unimportant. It just means whatever meaning you want to give it, which it's meaningless. So there you go. TPs. Oh, maybe we'll do a whole thing on dating relationship stuff.
people like that stuff.
People like that stuff. Who knows? Not that we are claiming to be relationship gurus, because Lord knows I don't know shit about it. But I do know
everything about everything. So I want it on the record that I'm the ultimate guru.
She
All
is.
right.
She knows it all. Said with a serious.
If you have a question, you ask me.
Yeah, she's got the answer.
I will show you directly and quickly.
She'll tell you how Fanta's made.
I will quickly and directly
where.
show you how to fuck everything up.
Oh yeah,
fast.
we're good at that. I mean,
and then you'll turn to this, and this will be your saving grace.
Yeah, so that may be your calling. But yeah, it's great to admit that we don't know how to do any of it correctly. We know how to fuck it up. Yes, guaranteed. We can both say 100% we know how to fuck it up.
Yes.
So yeah, call us fuck ups. The fuck ups. Hey, here we are with the fuck ups, and we're going to talk to you about how to have a relationship. Here goes. There you go.
Truly, I had an epiphany here, though.
Who's
You're
Julia?
Right. Truly, I had.
Oh, I thought you said Julia.
I truly did. I truly can see now how that it's conceivable to me someone can be
Wow. It's amazing the miraculous change in perceptions that occur with the openness and the willingness to admit we don't know shit. Because then it's given to us.
Yeah.
And poof, we can go, wow, you know what? I could have a relationship with somebody that's in jail. And totally be content and at peace. And I could totally have a relationship.
Decorate your house any way you want.
Yes, right. You don't have to worry about them coming home
and
and
share the closet,
messing shit up. Or you could have one with somebody that's there with you physically, but not all the time physically, and they're sharing some of their physical parts with other physical parts, and you can be at peace too. It's all, do you want this to change, or do you want to be at peace? Is really every question comes down to, do I want to be at peace, or do I want this to change? And once you let go of this needs to fucking change, I just want to be at peace, it's really easy and simple and becomes really fun. And then you can sit in front of wherever the fuck you're sitting in front of and have a good time and laugh and be silly and, enjoy yourself.